Please actually particular action. I beg.
Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to SLC 2025. Wow. The energy is really, really mind blowing. 26 people, 27 people are already here. Wow. Don't worry, I've already noted the first few people that came on board. So your data is going to be waiting for you even later on. So I was already here and I check those people that are online already, and don't worry, your data stipend will be made available to you. All right, so we started already. And I want you to show like energy. I want to just introduce yourself. Tell me where you are from. Yes, I'm in the chat now. So I hope it's the first 20 people. Hey, though if God blesses us, we can do first 20. Let's see how that goes. So please tell us your name, where you're joining from, Okay, Victory from Port Harcourt. Hello, Victory from Port Harcourt. See you. Olutola Adoche from Lagos. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Isaac from Lagos. Someone said making 30 people. Hey, hey. Vivian from Abuja. Mary Jane from Lagos. Wow, wow. Soji from Benin Republic. Benin Republic. Wow. Olariwaju Blessing from Lagos. Wow. Akikubi from Osun State. Chidima from Abuja. Welcome, 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 welcome. Welcome. Titi Joshua from Lagos. Welcome. Olabode from Benin Republic. I see you. Ayobami from Ogun State. Ruth from Lagos. Deborah from Lagos, Nigeria. Allow Blessing from Lagos. Sarah Oladende from Lagos. John Isaac. Welcome. Gift from Lagos. Welcome, 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 welcome. Wow. All right. Thank you so much for joining. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Ayodeji Adegbesa from Lagos. Welcome, welcome. So we are also streaming live on YouTube. So if this Zoom link reaches 100 and your colleagues are saying I cannot enter anymore, just share the YouTube link with them. We are going to share it on the, I don't know if everybody's on the LEH group. When I say We totally apologize. Totally apologize. Um, so as I was saying, we said that we are also streaming on YouTube. So when this group reaches 100 participants, please try to share the link to your colleagues. I totally apologize for the break. It was network glitches. Devil is a liar. Yeah. So um, I hope you can see my screen.
Good afternoon.
Please, we will appreciate if everybody mutes their mic. Please mute your mic. You can show your video, but please mute your mic so that it does not um, have any issues. Please. Thank you very much. Can you see my screen now? And can you hear me clearly? All right,
Yes.
welcome to the Summer Level Up Conference 2.0. Please, I want to ask that we please mute yourselves. And if you can turn off your video too, we'll appreciate it because it is distracting. Please, I'm begging you. Just only my face and the speaker's face, please. Thank you very much for complying. So, welcome to the Summer Level Up Conference 2.0. We are glad to have everyone on board. And this is organized by Lajums Edu. This is organized by Lajums Edu Hub, and Lajums Edu Hub is a teacher development and educational consulting platform, which is we are committed to equipping 21st century educators with practical tools, strategies, and inspiration to thrive. Then we specialize in teacher training, school development services, educational events, coaching, mentoring, e-learning content creation. Our vision is to raise intentional, well-equipped educators who spark transformation in classroom and beyond. So we are very particular about teacher development. Our mission is to empower educators through targeted training, community, and innovative tools for continuous professional development. That is our mission. We are targeting what educators to equip them with the right necessary tools for this 21st century. And our core values are growth, innovation, community. We have a sense of community, a belonging. We have a group, a WhatsApp group where we come together, we share ideas, we train people, we ask questions, we post opportunities for everyone. So if you are not in the group, make sure you join the early age group. When I say early age, I mean Lajums Edu Hub. And we also have a value of excellence, intentionality. Intentionality is very, very important. We are very intentional about what we do. We don't just do things anyhow. And we have passion for impact. We have passion for impact. What's the SLC? SLC is the summer level of conference. And this, when you see 2.0, it means that we had an edition last year, and this is the second edition. Last year it was we did it for 3 days. We did two online, then one physical. But this year we are saying, okay, let's do it online for other people to join. You can see we can see people from Ghana, Burkina Faso, Benin Republic, So if it was physical, we might not have had this opportunity. So now, even going forward, there will still be a physical event. I'll make sure everybody join. But this year is just going to be virtual. So it is for 2 days, today and tomorrow. It's for 2 days, today and tomorrow, and it's going to be a time to reflect, recharge, reignite your spark. And notice that we always do it every August because it is close to the new session. It's close to the new session. So we are trying to gear up for the new session. Okay, how do we do things better? How do we work better and the likes? So what are you expecting today and tomorrow? Inside two session, we have two speakers talking today. We have Mrs. Ngozi Kule Dairo. I hope she's already in. We also have Mr. George Oluwaseun Agbede in today. It's going to be mind blowing. Trust me, it's going to be mind blowing. We have real conversations. We have tools to enhance your classroom, live Q&A, answer all questions you can ask, then airtime and data giveaway. People that came very early, we recorded your names already. We'll be giving you your data. All right. My name is Olajumoke Adeyemi. This is my pretty face. This is Adeyemi Olajumoke. And people call me Lajums, Coach Lajums. I'm a teacher development enthusiast. Anything I talk about is that about teachers being the best version of themselves. We always call you to more and to more. If you notice in early age, we have our topic is always like in January, this step up, level up. We are always calling you to more because you cannot stay where you are. It is always going to be it's always have to get better each and every time. Even with this one we are doing this time around, it cannot suffice for the next 1 year. You will still have to retrain and retrain and retrain. All right. So connect with us, connect with LEH, Lajums Edu up on Instagram, LinkedIn, Facebook. We post amazing, amazing content day in, day out. So please, we would love you to connect with us. So I'm guessing our speaker is here ready. Ooh, Mrs. Ngozi Koledare is here already, and I will introduce her now for her to start our session. Okay. All right. So we're going to be so let me just tell you a little bit about her. We don't actually know each other like personally, but I've been following her even from the beginning of the year on LinkedIn. I've been seeing her posts on LinkedIn. I'm like, who is this woman? I don't know. I just love her. So when I was praying, I know that you hear me saying praying, you hear me saying God because I'm not doing this alone. I'm not doing this alone. Like God asked me to do this, so it was God that gave me okay, do evolve this year. It's one that is giving me topics. So when I prayed that okay, which speakers should I bring on board, and He gave me the four speakers, and I reached out to them, and they did not even think twice. They were like, I'm coming on board. So I'm so grateful to her. So I've been following her since the beginning of the year on LinkedIn, trying to check out, and I see that she's also very passionate about teachers development. So you are in for a good time, and we are privileged to have her to be the first speaker of SLC 2025. Yay! So we're going to be reading her profile very soon, and after her profile, she would come on board. All right. So I will soon read her profile. Then after her profile, she will come on board. So please get your writing materials ready. Get your writing materials ready, and we are in for right. Just give us a moment to read her profile. Then please try to mute yourself. Please try to mute yourself. Please mute yourself. If you can turn off your video, we'll appreciate that because it's kind of distracting. We love you so much. But
Ngozi Kunle-Dairo is a transformational educator and learning expert with a strong background in education psychology and adult education. With over 4 years of experience in school supervision, teacher training, and leadership development, she is passionate about helping educators grow through coaching, mentoring, and professional learning. In addition to a wealth of experience, Ngozi is expanding her expertise in instructional design, deepening her commitment to innovative and inclusive approaches to learning.
So let us welcome her. Let's welcome her with flowers. Welcome her, welcome her, welcome her, welcome her. Please, can you hear us?
Yes, I can hear you. Good
All
afternoon, everyone.
right. Woo! Good afternoon, ma.
Good
Welcome.
afternoon. Thank you for having me.
Welcome, ma.
Let me share my screen. Okay, Lajums is saying I can't share. Oh, okay.
Ma, please try it again.
Yeah. Okay. Can everybody see my screen?
Yes, ma, we can see it very clearly, ma.
Oh, okay. Okay. I turned off my video because I don't want it to interrupt the network. I hope that's fine.
Totally fine,
Yeah.
ma. Totally fine.
Okay. So good afternoon, everyone. It's a pleasure to be here. And I hope you all are ready for these 2 days to learn and to unpack a lot of things from the speakers. Thank you, Olajumoke, for this opportunity. So let me just go straight to it because of our time. If at any point you can't hear me again, please let me know.
Okay, ma.
All right. So our topic or our theme for this conference is evolve. And the topic for today, I guess, is staying relevant. How to keep learning and evolving as an educator. So change is the only constant thing, as we all know, and growth is a choice. So you are the one that will decide when you want to take a step to grow in either your career or in any other area of your life. I remember early this year, I just knew that I wanted to do something different, that I needed to upgrade my skill as an educator, but I didn't know how to go about it. And then I stumbled on instructional design bootcamp thing on LinkedIn. It was free. So I registered for that. And during the bootcamp, it just occurred to me that I actually wanted to do this thing. And then when they said they had a training, I registered for that too. And then I've been on it this year, and it was really eye-opening for me to see that as an educator, you are not boxed into just one aspect. For example, you're a classroom teacher, you're not just boxed into being a classroom teacher. There are several ways you can evolve, if I can use the word, as an educator. So yeah, that training further strengthened my desire to, evolve as an educator. So you cannot just remain in one place because you're an educator. You have to choose to grow in that career or that aspect where you have chosen. Now, to stay relevant in education or in the educational space, you have to give yourself to continuous growth. You have to give yourself to continuous growth. Imagine for a moment as a teacher, that a teacher from the 90s walks into your class today. They will be confused because they are used to blackboard and chalk. They will probably want to pick up a chalk to write on the board, and then they will be shocked because most of the students in your classroom have their laptops, their tablets, their homeworks have probably been done with the use of AI and all that. They will be surprised, unlike what they were used to in those times. So that is why it is important that you evolve as an educator. 10 years or 5 years ago, the story was different. Yes, technology was already coming in gradually, but not at the speed at which it is today. Not at the speed at which it is today. You cannot remain the teacher that you were when you entered into your classroom. I'm sure that there are people here with 10 years of teaching experience, 5 years, 2 years, or even 1 year. You cannot remain the teacher that you were when you entered into your classroom first. Funny enough, I have one story. When I think I was in the university then, and ASU was on strike. I had to stay at home. Then I went for a makeup training. I did that makeup training. I was doing makeup for people. I even went for an upgraded class. And then I think in 2019 or 2020, I didn't have time to do that makeup thing again. And then when I was ready to go back to it, I discovered that it was no longer what it used to be. A lot of things were already introduced, and I would need to go for another training, just like the first time. And then that was how my dream to be a makeup artist died a natural death. So you cannot remain at a spot and expect things not to move. Things are moving fast these days. So it's very important that you evolve. Now, the realities we have in education today, future jobs are changing fast. They are no longer people that they call typists. I don't think we have typists again these days. But then it was a very serious job. AI is reshaping learning and learning environments. Digital skills are becoming foundational. So digital skills are no longer the skills for the young people. It's now a must-have. It's now a must-have to be able to function in today's workplace, even outside the classroom. Digital skills are a must-have to even function in any workspace. Now let's look at statistics. Statistics 9% of core work skills will have shifted, and 77% of future roles will require digital competencies, many of which are not yet in today's classrooms. So they're even trying to tell us that the digital competencies that will be needed for future jobs, we have not even started teaching those ones in the classrooms. Now, statistics also shows that 65% of children currently in primary school will eventually enter into jobs that do not yet exist. It's very funny. So even if you are, some people will be saying now that, is it not too much technology here and the AI, this and that? They're telling you that you have not even seen anything, because even the jobs that we're preparing the children that we're teaching presently in primary school, they don't exist. So that means that we still have more to unpack on that space. Now, what does evolve mean for educators? What does it mean for educators to evolve? It means to grow, to adapt, to transform, to meet new realities. Just like I said, the teachers of the 90s, what is happening now are new realities. And yes, most of them are retired. But we still have some people that have been teaching for about 20, 25 to 30 years, that what they see now is not what was on ground when they started. So for them, to evolve means to adapt, to grow, to transform, to meet these new realities that are on ground. To evolve is not throwing away everything you know. It is building on your strength while learning new ways to stay relevant. When we train teachers, we tell them that we are not training you because you are not a good teacher, or you are not teaching well enough, or you don't know how to teach. We are training you to just help you grow into what is on ground now. Building on your strengths. You already know how to teach. You already have good subject matter knowledge. But how do you stay relevant in today's classroom? In today's classroom, if you are not trained, if you are not willing to evolve. Now, that brings us to growth mindset. Evolving starts with the mind. Evolving starts with the mind. Remember I said I was thinking early this year on what to do to upskill. So my mind was ready, even though I didn't know what to do yet. But my mind was ready. Evolving starts with the mind. Any change you want to see starts with the mind. Growth mindset is believing abilities can be developed with effort and learning. Believing that abilities can be developed with effort and learning. I remember when I decided to transition to instructional design. Yes, I've been an educator for years, but instructional design is a whole new field. It involves a lot of, will I say tech tools, yes, let me use that word, that I didn't understand at that point. But I chose to learn. I sacrificed time. I put in the work because I chose to learn. Remember at the beginning we said growth is a choice. Now, having a growth mindset is believing that abilities can be developed with effort and learning. So there's nothing that you cannot learn. When somebody has the mindset of there is nothing I cannot learn, if I give it time and practice, a person has a growth mindset. Now, the opposite of growth mindset is fixed mindset. A fixed mindset says, this is how I've always thought and it works. And there are teachers like that, to shock you, that you meet teachers like that, especially those ones that have been teaching for a lot of years. I remember I met some of them when we trained some Lagos State teachers. And when you're trying to show them what to do, they tell you, I've been in the classroom. They will say, some of you, before you were born, I've been in the classroom and I've taught this way and it has been working. But we made them understand that, yes, they are teachers and they are very good at what they do. But what worked for them 20, 30 years ago is not what is working now. Even data has shown that this generation that we are working with, we cannot use the same hand that we used 20 to 30 years ago to bring them up, because it will not work. And data show that it was not working at that time. But these teachers, some of them were adamant that you cannot just come from nowhere and tell me that what I've been doing for XYZ years cannot work again. But the growth mindset says, this is how I've thought and it had worked. It worked. But how can I make it better for today's learners? The question is never, am I good enough? Because yes, you're an excellent teacher. You understand mathematics very well and you know how to teach it. But how can you become better at what you do? How can you become better at what you do? Now, why must you evolve as a teacher or as an educator? Why is it important that you evolve? changing learners. Like I said before, that the students that we have in our classrooms today are not the same as the ones that we had in our classrooms 20 to 30 years ago. You know, people always say any small thing, they'll say, it's Gen Z. It's Gen Z. The one you are seeing with Gen Z is small compared to the one you will see with those ones coming behind them, Gen Alphas. Today's students are true digital natives. They have grown up surrounded by smartphones, tablets, YouTube, social media, and instant access to information. When you and I were in primary school, I don't think there was Google then. And even if there was Google, we didn't have access to it. When did we start having cell phones? But the students that we have today, in fact, some of these big schools, especially in Lagos, they don't give assignments on exercise books anymore. They have I think they have a learning management system that that parents log into, or the students will log into when they get home to access their homeworks and all that. So that's the age that we are in right now. So you must evolve as a teacher. You cannot still be using chalkboard when we have moved to smart screens in the classroom, smart boards in the classroom. You cannot still insist that you want to be using chalk. They will leave you there. You'll be the only one there, and there will be no students there for you to teach. So we must evolve as educators, because the students that we have today, we have to put in a lot of work to be able to give them what they need for the future that they are going into. Another reason why we must evolve as educators is the shifting workplace demand. A career our students will step into requires more than just knowledge. They demand skills such as creativity, problem solving, critical thinking, and emotional intelligence. Gone are the days when you just require knowledge. Come and solve this mathematical problem. That's not what we are looking for in the job market now. Yes, we need subject matter experts, but then we need more than that. Can you think critically to solve a problem? Can you sit down and and allow your creative mind to work? Do you have emotional intelligence to be able to relate with people around you? So we must evolve as educators so that we can prepare our students for the future that is waiting for them. Another point, technological disruption. Technology is transforming education at a lightning speed. Digital platforms are changing how students access content and collaborate. Data-driven teachings help personalize learning experiences. Now, there are digital platforms where students can, let me say that there are digital textbooks that students can use and also collaborate with other students from different schools. That one, they don't need to be in your classroom to use it. There's this coding textbook. It's a digital textbook. You can log in from anywhere. Just have your password correct. And you can also collaborate with students from other schools that are using the same material. You can build anything you want to build in that textbook. So a lot of transformations are happening. Data-driven teachings help personalize learning experiences. There are platforms that teachers have access to, students that gives teachers access to students' assessment scores, exam scores, attendance, and all that. It will help them know the students that they need to give one-on-one attention to, or personalized attention. For example, if I'm a mathematics teacher or I'm a class teacher and I have access to that kind of data, I know that when I'm teaching mathematics, that is XYZ pupil that needs extra support, because I have seen it from the data. Are we following? Or I'm just talking?
Yes, ma'am, we are following.
Oh,
We are
okay.
following,
Thank
ma'am.
you.
Fire
Thank you.
on.
Thank you. So, yes, I know that it's XYZ pupil that needs extra support in that subject. And I'm going to give that support. And then when it comes to another subject, I have seen it from the data that another child is finding it difficult to process that information. Then I give that child that one-on-one time that they need. So yes, technology is helping. So you too, help yourself by evolving and moving with the trend. Another point is risk of stagnation. If we don't grow, we fall behind. Just like I said, if you insist that you want to use chalk and blackboard, they will leave you in that place and you'll be the only one there. Students will naturally gravitate towards educators who understand their world and speak their language. A stagnant teacher risks becoming disconnected from the realities of modern learning. I don't even think I need to explain this one again. Now, let's look at practical ways to evolve as an educator. Continuous learning. The need for continuous learning, or should I say continuous professional development, cannot be overemphasized, especially for educators. Because let's say now, the session has ended. A new session will commence next month. You'll probably still be in the same class that you were last session. But the students that you're going to be teaching will be different. So how will you prepare yourself to meet the needs of those students if you don't give yourself to continuous learning? Learning is from birth to death. You cannot stop learning until when you are old and die. You cannot stop learning. We learn every day. So it is very important that you give yourself to continuous learning, continuous professional development. Take short courses, either online or on site, to sharpen both your subject matter knowledge and teaching techniques. There are a lot of outdated dragging with them for many years. They have been dragging outdated textbooks with them, dragging it from 1999. Yes, some information there might still be relevant today, but you cannot say that there are no new information that are not there. Even the dictionary gets updated. The dictionary that we all know gets updated because new words, they will discover new words and they will put there. So you cannot tell me that because you have been teaching social studies, I don't know if there's still social studies. Let me say you have been teaching chemistry for 15 years. You now refuse to go for trainings that will help you understand better what chemistry is saying today. And then for teaching techniques, it's not the same teaching techniques, or maybe they're even the same teaching techniques that we have been using all these years, but they have been refined. So it's very important that you take short courses. A lot of them are online. Udemy has a lot of courses for us. Allison, Coursera, LinkedIn Learning, and even Schoolinka. That one I know very well. On Schoolinka platform, they have a lot of free courses for educators, free resources. Just register, go to their platform and take the course. They have a lot of free courses for educators. And I believe that at the end of this conference, a lot of us would have, our mind would have been ready to evolve and to grow in our career. So this part is very important. You cannot decide to grow and not do anything about it. You take that decision and then you take steps. And one of those steps is continuous learning, taking short courses. This is the time that we have to do that. By next month, when this new session commences, a lot of us will be very busy. Attend workshops and educational conferences, just like this one that you're attending now, to gain more knowledge, to network with other educators. It is very important in the evolving process that you attend workshops, educational conferences. There are a lot of that around these days. On LinkedIn, you will see a lot of them being advertised. If it resonates with you, register, attend if you can, if you are in the same location where it's happening. Trust me, it's going to help you. Read books, research papers, and thought leadership articles on emerging trends in education. Just like I said, things are moving at a fast pace. Do your research. Read books, read articles. A lot of those articles are on LinkedIn too. LinkedIn is actually a very good place to get some of these things. You can read and see what is happening, the emerging trends, what people are doing. People are doing serious transformation in education. They are doing a lot of discoveries. It will help you to become better at what you do. Another point is integrate technology wisely. Technology is a powerful classroom ally, but it should be used to enhance learning, not overshadow the human connection that makes teaching impactful. I know there has been a lot of conversation around AI replacing teachers, AI doing this. Are we going to need teachers again in the next 10 years? Some people will write, they'll say, if you know that you want to be relevant in the next 10 years, read this when you open. It's the same AI thing they're talking about. Yes, AI has come to stay, but AI has not come to replace teachers. There was one interview that I listened to. The boy said he has a laptop. He has access to videos to learn coding, but he couldn't learn because he needed a teacher that would guide him. Just like I said before, there are a lot of information on the internet, and these students have access, unlimited access sometimes, to those information. But it's the job of the teacher to now center their mind or to help guide them in the let's say, to let them know the information they need to consume at their level. So human connections are very important. Yes, technology is there, making it easy for us to teach and to learn. But that does not neglect or negate the fact that we need human connections to make teaching impactful. So integrate technology wisely into your classroom. Let technology help make the job easier for you, but not replace you. Let technology help make the job easier for you. There are a lot of tools now that creates lesson plans for teachers, mark scripts for teachers. So gone are those days that you'll be afraid, I have 30 pupils in this class, so how do I do this? There are a lot of tools that help make your job easier. So integrate technology into your classroom wisely. Prioritize emotional intelligence. Content mastery is very important, but how you connect with your students often determines how much they learn and retain. That's why I always say that it's very important for social emotional learning courses for educators to be exposed to social emotional learning courses, because it's very important for them as teachers to be able to control their emotions and understand their students, and also to teach those ones how to respond wisely to things happening around them. Tell me why they say that when students love their mathematics teacher, the subject becomes easy. Once they are able to connect with their teacher, that's one step to progress. It makes it easy for them to learn. Yes, I know that there are some few cases where no matter how nice you are or how wonderfully you have connected with your students, there will still be some that are not getting it. Those are exceptional cases. But trust me, if your students are able to trust you and connect well with you, it makes your job easier. You don't need to talk too much to get them to understand what you're teaching. There are a lot of platforms where, as an educator, you can take short courses on social and emotional learning. There's Castle, at least I know of that one because I've taken their course there. So you can check it out. I'm going to be dropping some of these things on the chat box after the session so you can have access to them and check them out later. So it's important that you know your learners, connect with them, and also in connecting with them, ask them for feedbacks too. It will surprise you what they will say. It will surprise you the things that they will tell you. Ask them for feedback. They are the customers in this example now. They are the customers. So ask them, how do they want to be served? Let them tell you if what the method you are using now, if it's working for them. Yes, apart from what you would derive from the data to know if they're actually learning, finding out from them how the interaction in the classroom is helping them to learn better will make your job easier. Then another point, collaborate and network. No teacher should grow in isolation. Thank God, Olajumoke said they have a community where they have where they do trainings and they share job opportunities and all that. Very good, because as educators, we need to hold each other's hands. This work is not for just one person. It's us coming together as educators to support one another. And what better way to support each other when we, for example, meet at conferences like this, you network. When you go for a physical conference, don't just sit down on your seat and at the end you take your bag and leave. Speak to the people sitting beside you. When it's time for tea break, move around, talk to people. If you see people that you know on LinkedIn or on other social media platforms, introduce yourself, talk to them, get to meet other educators that you can support each other together. Networking and collaborating plays a vital role in shaping the future of education and supporting everyone involved. So join educator communities online and
Okay.
offline. Is somebody asking a question, please?
Okay, Saida. Hey, ana m enwe okwu a since m bara ọrụ this school m nọ now. Stress dị too much ebe a.
Is somebody asking a question?
No, ma, somebody was interrupting. So sorry, ma.
Okay.
Yes, ma.
So join educator communities online and offline. I know Schoolika has a community for teachers too. Lajums also has. So if you're not in any, at the end of this conference, please reach out to Olajumoke so that you can be added to the teacher community that they have. Remember that the only way to stay ahead is to keep moving. You cannot stay at a spot and expect things to change. It's foolishness to do something the same way and expect a different result. So if you must evolve, you have to take a step and to keep moving forward. So I hope with these few points of mine, I've been able to convince you that it's very important to evolve as an educator. Thank you for your attention.
Thank you, ma. Woo. Please Give her a round of applause. I want to see the flowers, the claps.
Thank
Thank you,
you,
thank you,
thank you,
thank
thank
you,
you,
thank
thank
you,
you,
thank
thank you
you,
Wow,
so
thank
thank
you,
much.
thank
Thank
you
you.
you,
so much.
Ma. Thank you so much, Ma.
Wow.
It was really insightful. Thank you.
Thank you. All right,
Thank
so
you.
we just have few minutes to ask questions. I'll just take one or two questions, please. So if you have questions, please type it in the chat box, please. One or two questions and would answer. If I don't see any question now, I'm going to ask my own question, then we move on to the next speaker. So please, if you have questions, let me check the chat box for questions. All right, thank you so much, ma'am. All right, I have so during the when they were registering, okay, she said please the link she was going to drop for emotional intelligence. All right. So when people were registering for the conference, people asked questions, and one question that they told me to ask you is, how do we stay? How do we evolve? Try to grow, even when there's a lot to do. Like we are busy. So case in point, a mother that she has children, she wakes up as early
Ah,
as 4 o'clock,
tell me
comes
about it.
come like comes back like 5 p.m. 6 before she even gathers herself. I don't even know. So in cases like that, like how even me too, I even struggle with it. Like how do we still try to keep up and get better because of this time issues? Because there was a time I was even praying to God that please God just increase it 24 hours to like 48 hours because I don't know how I can even
Ah,
survive
ah.
like this. So yeah, just give us like a brief on what the person can do, what we can do, because I think everybody is even in that space. So please, ma, we'd love you to answer that question.
Oh, okay. So I don't know what to say other than you have to you have to make sacrifices. Just like I said, you have to make sacrifices. I'm also a mother. I have two children under 5. So in fact, as at the time I started early this year, my second was still breastfeeding. So I had to, in fact, there were nights I slept at 4 a.m. and then I am up, let's say 6 a.m. to get my number one ready for school. And then I come back, I try to catch a nap. And then I am seeing my facilitator in my dream asking me to submit my assignment, and I'm up again, trying to get things done. So you have to just make sacrifices. We already know that this is our cross to bear as women, as mothers. So it's not going to be an easy one. But just like the Bible says that Jesus Christ, who for the joy that was set before him, endured the cross and despised the shame. So you are going to have to endure the cross for that time because of what you are looking forward to gain. I hope that has answered the question.
Yes, ma. Thank you so much, ma. Okay. Someone is asking, please, ma. You said something about platforms that we can learn about emotional and social intelligence.
Yes, somebody has
Okay.
dropped this thing on the chat box. Maquilos this I don't know how I forgot that.
Yeah, I think I saw it earlier. So the person has dropped it on the group already. So okay, let me check on that question. Someone said we are experiencing a large number of teachers resigning or planning to resign and board onto online teaching. Okay, what are your views on this new trend?
I think Mr. Judge will be the one to answer that
Yes,
online
yeah.
teaching question.
Mr. George will answer that question.
But I don't think you need to resign to be an online teacher now. I think you should be able to but I can understand their pain because there are some schools that will not give you the time that you need. They will
Mm,
exhaust you, and at the end of the day, you won't be able to do anything for yourself. But if there is a way you can combine both. So what I'm going to do to the students that are in the classroom, if you want to leave them and go to online, please. Okay, somebody's asking that you will send some things to the WhatsApp group. I don't know.
all right. The person that sent, I think it was John that sent the link also. So please, can you resend it to the chat? Yes. There's someone said, please, I need the app or the platform that can take online trainings and where they give certificates. I think she has. said those platforms already. But if you want to like reiterate, ma, you could let them know.
Okay, where they can take online lessons. I'm trying to see if I can get the link. I will drop it in the chat.
Okay, ma. Okay, there was also a question. Okay, this should be the last question that they sent to the during the registration. So someone said that how do I know the next skill to learn? Because there are just a lot of skills, or this one SEL, this one that one. Like which one should I even learn at first? That where should I start from? They struggle with knowing the exact skill to start from. So I don't know if you can help us with that. So how do they know the skill to start learning as at now? Because they are kind of confused on what to start with.
Okay. Just like I said, when you read articles and all that, you see what emerging trends are, the emerging trends are, and then you know the one that works for you at this time. So what do you need? What is that thing that you need in your classroom? What's that skill that you think can help you in your classroom now? So you can start with that. You don't have to learn everything at the same time or try to because we say this is trendy, you want to learn this one, learn this one. No, 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 no. Just what do you need in your classroom now? What's that skill that is going to help you excel and do better as a teacher in your classroom now? That is the first one you should pick. And from there, clarity will come. I hope that answers the question.
Thank you so much, my apologies for that short break. All right. Okay, someone is asking, as an educator, how do I learn instructional design and what is the relevance?
Okay,
Instructional.
so there are platforms that can train you on that. And instructional design is just like designing instructional material. I can put it that way. Simply is designing instructional material. So for somebody who is an online teacher, you should have your own instructional material, what you use to train, or if you're a subject matter expert and you want to put together material for that. So, or you want to put together materials for organizations for their training materials on different topics or their to meet their training needs. So you are, in fact, instructional design is a whole lot. So maybe when I drop the link for School Linker, you can go and check them out and see if
All
there's
right, ma.
something there for you.
Okay, ma. Thank you so much, ma. Thank you so much, ma. We really appreciate you. Like my book is full. I was just writing. I even got distracted at some point. Thank you so much, ma. Please, can we appreciate her one more time and also like put in
Thank you
some of
for
the things that you
having
have
me.
learned. Yes, thank you, ma. Put in the chat one thing that you've learned, just very short. Just one thing that you've learned from Mrs. Ngozi Kuledari, one thing that you take, just a short sentence, please. I would love to see them. Let me open the chat. All right, thank you so much. Thank you so much. So any link or any thing that worksheet or workbook or anything that she needs to send to me, she will send it to me. Then I can still send it to your mails. So even if the slides is available, I can still send it to your mail. So since you've registered for the conference, you have every resources that has been shared. So don't worry, it's going to be sent to your mails very soon. Thank you so much, ma. All right, so our time is fast spent. Um So we're going to be going on to the next session now. Mr. George is in the room. Mr. George is in the room. So he's going to be taking us even for the next session. I just met Mr. George this year, just this year, and I met him physically one time, and I was like, and he was so welcoming, so very free to speak with. Because before I met him, I was like, "Ah, should I go and meet this man? Will he answer me?" And I was like, hi, Mr. Joe. He was like, hi. He did not even know me, but then he was just so very friendly to me. And I was like, wow, no, this man, I would really, really want him to come on board, to come and train teachers on Lajums Edu. So when I reached out to him that I wanted him to be a speaker here, he immediately was like, I'm in. And he has even been supporting, he has been reposting, sharing to people. I'm so, so grateful. So Mr. George is going to be coming on now I um after we play the his profile. So when his profile is after his profile is going to come up. So just give me a few seconds to play his profile. Then after the profile, he comes on board. All right. Um, I sincerely apologize. My network tripped off. The devil is a liar. We go right in. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
Judge Oluwaseun Agbede is an award-winning online educator, mentor, and founder of Judge Learning Space Limited, a thriving virtual learning hub that connects passionate tutors with students across the globe. With a background in classroom teaching and a vision for educational transformation, He has empowered hundreds of teachers to transition into profitable online tutoring careers. Known for his engaging teaching style, premium service delivery, and consistency, is redefining what it means to teach and earn in this digital.
All right, so let's welcome Mr. George Oluwaseun Agbede with claps. Please, let's welcome him. Let's welcome him. I don't know if you can hear me. Sir, can you hear me? I can't see your claps. I can't see you. All right. It's coming in. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, welcome, Mr. George.
Hey, hello. Can
Mr.
you all
George.
hear me? Please, if you
Yes,
can hear
sir.
me, just give me a thumbs up if you can hear me. Good afternoon, everybody. Good afternoon.
Good
It's
afternoon,
so
sir.
it's so good to be here again. It's so good to be in our midst. It's always a good thing when I find myself in the midst of teachers. You know, I don't just say teachers, teachers who are passionate, teachers who who are so much passionate about what they do, and who are passionate about um, uh, the scope, who are passionate about what they intend to do with the teaching career. Yes, the teaching profession, it's so much saturated from different schools, organizations, with pay and with a lot of things like that. With a lot of things going on in the teaching profession, the workloads, not even talk about the workloads. And it is only God. It is only God that has been sustaining us. And sometimes you just take a look at, you see parents who would just ridicule you, parents who just take a look at you like you are nobody. So, um, uh, it's the way the teaching profession has been. It's the way the teaching profession has been regarded here in Nigeria. And so, I like to just welcome each and every one of you again. Thank you. Thank you for being here. And today we're just quickly going to take a look at another important aspect. Yes, I know you've always been hearing about how to become a tech savvy tutor, and so my own session just is just for me to admonish you in terms of doing better, because you know what, passion cannot bring in the food any longer. Passion can bring in the food. So no matter how passionate you are about the teaching profession, you need to pay bills. 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 And the passion cannot pay the bills alone for you. And so teachers who are tech savvy, teachers who are 21st century teachers, they are the ones that are thriving presently. They are the ones that are thriving right now. And so before I begin my session, I'd like to before I begin my session, I'd like to quickly ask just a question. Who are the 21st century teacher? Or what does it mean? When we say when we say a teacher is tech savvy, who is a tech savvy teacher? Or who is a 21st century teacher? Yes, please. I would like to see in the chat. I'd like to see in the chat. I'd like to see in the chat. Everyone, I'd like to see in the chat. Who are the 21st century teacher? Or who do we call a tech savvy teacher? Who do we call a tech savvy teacher? Who do we call a tech savvy teacher? I'd like to see in the chat. Yes, anybody, 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 anybody. I just want to see like 2 or 3 responses, and then I move on into what I intend to do. Yes, anyone, anyone. Who do we call the 21st century teacher? Or who are tech savvy teachers? Who? Who ha? Who ha? Who ha? Who ha? Who ha? Yes. Okay, okay. I've seen a teacher that integrate technology. Okay, a teacher who integrate tech tools in teaching. Okay, yes, I can see integration. You are integrating them tech tools. Okay, yes. Any other word again? Any other word again? Like any other verb? Any other word? Any other word? I see integrate. Yes, a teacher who integrates technology. A teacher who integrate tech tools in teaching in what they do. Yes, any other person? Any other person, okay? Simply they are teacher who want to evolve, okay? 21st century teacher is a teacher that 21st century teacher, a teacher that teach beyond the classroom, okay? A teacher that teaches them beyond the classroom. Teachers that are well versed about AI tools. Oh, very good. Teachers that brings them trending things, okay? A tech savvy teacher is one who is able to utilize technological advancement and artificial intelligence to aid teaching. Thank you, oh my God, I have teachers who are on fire this afternoon. Thank you, everybody. So we've all spoken, but we've all said a lot about teachers who make use of a modern teaching technology, and so it is important that as 21st century teacher, now in all of these things that we've talked about, in all of these things that we've mentioned, can we say that are you a 21st century teacher? That's a big question. Are you a 21st century teacher? So it's actually a big question anyways. Are you a 21st century teacher? Are you? It's a big question. Are you a 21st century teacher? And so, if we talk about teachers, if we talk about the 21st century teachers, if we talk about teachers who integrate technology, if we talk about teachers who infuse technology in what they do, and so these are teachers who are thriving now. And I tell you, there's been a lot of debates about can AI replace teachers? Yes, AI cannot replace teachers. I do tell my colleagues, I do tell people, AI cannot replace teachers, but AI can replace teachers who do not make use of technology. So teachers who do not make use of technology, AI will definitely replace them because the world is going modern now. The world is and so if you are not evolving, if you are not if you are not evolving, if you are not going with the scope of how the world is going now, I tell you, you just be phased out because things keep happening. We have a lot of trends. We have a lot of things that keep happening day by day, every day. Different tools, different innovations, different idea about the way we teach in the classroom. And so they keep springing up every day, every day, every day. And so if you are not igniting, if you are not igniting that fire in your classroom, and if you are not infusing technology in what you do, I tell you, you may be fixed. You may be removed. Yes, I've worked in an organization. I've worked let me say in an international school where at a point the management had to compose we had to do it like a compulsory refresher course for a lot of teachers. And so the reason why schools keep doing that is because you would see the children that we have nowadays. Children that we have nowadays are computer age children who even know more than what you do. They know. Give a 5 years old, give a 5 years old or give a 4 years old a tab or a mobile phone or a gadget. You see the way you see the way the child would operate. Like when I was in the classroom, I used to have this boy that came in with a gener a modern laptop. And so even me myself, I couldn't even afford it. I was not even using what the boy was using. And so, it just tells you that the kids that we have nowadays, the children that we have nowadays are children who let me say the Gen Z. Yes, the Gen Z children. Let me use the word Gen Z. The Gen Z children. And so if you are not in that line and if you're not keen into what they've already known, I tell you, you just be hearing words like, oh, this teacher doesn't know anything. This teacher doesn't know anything. You know the way they speak their English. This teacher doesn't know anything. This teacher doesn't do this. This teacher cannot do it. And so before you get to that point where a child will tell you that you don't know anything, that's why you have to start now. You have to start infusing technology. You have to start infusing technology into what you do. And that is why you see that it's so much, let me say, it's appalling when you see teachers who do not even know how to type documents. When you see teachers who do not even know how to, they don't know how to make use of laptop. They don't know how to use computer system. They don't know how to browse. They don't know how to do some certain things with computer. And then you are just like, the 21st century teacher. And so it's like let me say it's like an awakening call to all of us that if you have not started infusing technology into what you do, if you have not started using technology in your teaching, I tell you, you are missing. You are missing because it's the game changer. It's the game changer. When you infuse technology in your classroom, when you infuse technology into what you do, you would see you're going to see the wonders. You're going to see a lot of things that it's going to do for you. In fact, I do call it ease. The ease that it brings to your work. Oh my goodness. It can't be overemphasized. The ease technology bring into your work, it can't be overemphasized. You want to teach science, or you want to teach math, or you want to teach, you find yourself in the early years, or you find yourself in the reception, or you find yourself in kids, you teach kids. I'm telling you, you have to cultivate that habit of infusing technology into what you do. And so when you bring in technology into what you do with your skill, oh my goodness, it makes you it makes you like a force to reckon with. And that is the truth. And so teachers we have in the 21st century, these are teachers who should be able to make use of technology. And so in today's world where we have, in today's educational landscape, being tech savvy is no longer an option. It is no longer an option, being tech savvy. It is essential. It is essential that you must have the skill of how to make use of technology. In fact, that's why you see some top schools now, some big schools nowadays, they put it in their requirements. 21st century teacher or teacher who make use of technology, or a tech savvy. You hear the word tech savvy educator, tech savvy, you must be tech savvy. Why do you think they are saying you must be tech savvy? You must be tech savvy in the sense that you should be able to make use of technology to teach. You should be able to infuse technology in what you do. And so, because technology has transformed the way we teach, honestly, it has transformed the way we teach. It has transformed the way it has transformed the way we take a look at things. It has, it keeps evolving. It keeps evolving. And so you should be able to engage students with the use of technology, because when you engage students with the use of technology, it creates like a form of interactive and effective learning experience for you and for the children. It doesn't you're not going to have a time where your classes are going to be boring at all. You're going to have a time where kids are always looking forward to your classes. And you're going to have a time where when you walk up into the classroom, or if you find yourself teaching kids in the secondary, or you find yourself teaching kids in the primary section, when it's time for your class, the kids are always happy. Kids are always happy to see you in the classroom, because they know that they're going to have like a form of a learning experience that is interactive, like a form of a learning experience that is effective. And of course, it's going to have a long-lasting impact in their learning. Remember, learning has to do with a relatively permanent change in the life of an individual. And so when it leads to a relatively permanent change in the life of them, then of course they are learning. Learning has taken place. Learning has taken place. What you could what you feel that you're going to do for like 1 hour or 2 hours, when you do that, within 30 minutes or 40 minutes, you see that you're done. And within those periods, I'm telling you, kids are learning. Kids have learned one thing or the other. And so it's important that in today's classroom, being tech savvy is sacrosanct, is non-negotiable. It is non-negotiable, because the schools that we have nowadays, if you want to upgrade, if you want to upskill, you can imagine if you are earning maybe 30,000 naira as a teacher right now. If you want to go to an organization that pay as high as 400,000 naira, or that pay as high as 500,000 naira, when you will take a look at their requirements, you would know that, oh, this one, no be wasa, no be, it's not a play, it's not a day's job. And so it is important that you keep building yourself. It's important that you keep building yourself, you adapt. Learning should always take place. Learning, you should keep learning. You should keep learning. The moment you stop learning, that's when death is coming little by little. Death is coming gradually. The moment one stops learning. And so we need to keep learning all the time, all the time, all the time, adapting into the recent trends, integrating technology into what we do. Because when you do that, when you integrate technology, when you infuse technology in what you do, I'm telling you, it makes your work very easier. The ease that it brings to your work, oh my goodness, it's it's something that you yourself, you take a look at and you'll be grateful for. And so here we're going to be taking a look at how some of these digital tools, how we can integrate some of these digital tools in such a way that is going to lead to an engaging class, in such a way that learning will be effective and efficient, and in such a way that the relationship that is going to foster between you and the children. And so integrating these digital tools, integrating the technology into what you do, it's the game changer now for teachers. It's a game changer. If you go for interviews, I tell you, schools are always looking for one thing or the other. They're always looking for one thing or the other. And so when you are tech savvy, the kind of the way it distinguishes you about others, I'm telling you, it's it's it goes a long way in what you do. It goes a long way in what you do. And so it's important. And what are some of those things that we can do? What are some of these technology? Now, how do we start? Some of you may be wondering, what does it mean to be tech savvy? How do we start? Where do we initiate the process of saying, okay, oh, I've gotten to that stage where I can say that, okay, I'm tech savvy. And so you should find a way. Here, Google is your best tool, your best hub, your best tool to go to. And that is just it. And so when you make use of Google Classrooms are, they are indispensable for modern educators, because that is where you search, that is where you do your search engine. That is where you search for information. You're confused about a particular topic, or you don't know how to simplify a topic, or you don't know how to break down topics in such a way that kids can learn. Where do you go to? It is a search engine. You go to the search engine Google, and it gives you like a form of information, how you go about it. And that is just it. How do you do that? It gives you like an information, it's like it's a central hub for sharing resources. It's a central hub for ensuring that you communicate with children. And so all of these things are what you should have an idea of in what on how to make use of. And so if you look at how some of these search engines work, it's important that you collaborate with it's important to collaborate with them. And so collaborating with Google and ensuring that you use these tools in such a way that in such a way that it helps you in your own in your own planning. You have to plan. You don't just come to class unprepared. Planning takes a whole lot. Takes a whole lot from you preparing your lesson plan. It takes a whole lot from you but taking a look at some of the materials, some of the resources, the instructional materials that you want to use for the kids. And so it's important that as a teacher too, you understand the children. Do we even understand our children at all in the classroom? Do we? You have to understand your kids. That you have to maintain like a form of cordial relationship. You have to maintain a relationship with those children. They have to see you as somebody who, or let me say, they have to see you as a problem solver. Sometimes you see that the kind of bond that teachers create with their children, with the kids in the classroom. Sometimes they may not even tell their parents, or they may not even tell their parents at home what is affecting them or what they are going through. They see us as, as the Messiah. They see us as the problem solver. And so all they just need to do is just come and confide in you that, oh, excuse me, so, this, I don't know what to do, this and that. And that is how they see us. And it's important that you prepare. So you just have to prepare. You just have to prepare to classes. You don't just want to fall hands, but you have to prepare. And all of those things, they are what it's entails in ensuring that you collaborate, you do a form of collaboration, you do a form of the kind of search engine that you want to do in terms of how you want to simplify topics, in terms of how you want to simplify curriculum in such a way that kids learn, in such a way that kids learning is taking place. And that is the main thing. As long as learning is taking place, whatever you can do in such a way that learning is taking place, please do it. You just have to do it. Very important. You just have to do it in such a way that kids are learning. Kids need to learn. And that's just it. And so when people come for your or when your supervisor or when anybody comes for appraisal in the classroom, they want to see like a type of a teacher who they want to see like a type of a teacher who is who knows his onions, who knows his own onions well. They want to see like a type of a teacher who can teach, like a type of a teacher who connects with the children, with the kids in the classroom. And so it's important that we find a way in such a way that kids learn. And like I said, you just have to understand the kids in your classroom. Understanding them, knowing all the kids in your classroom, it's important as a teacher, as a teacher. Because sometimes that kids, when you teach a particular topic in math or when you take a particular topic in the classroom, there are some kids that will not flow with you. There's some kids that will not even learn with you. They don't learn at the same pace with others in the classroom. There's some kids you would have to still call them one on one and still explain to them that, oh, this is what you need to do. Some you still have to draw them to your table and explain to them that, oh, this is how you have to solve this question. This is what you need to do. This, and that. This is how you break it down. This is how you do this. And that is just it. And for we making use of some of those things, it's it goes a long way in our lives too as a teacher. And one of the things that a tech savvy also does in the classroom is the use of engagement. See, I'm a big fan of engagement. You are not when we talk about engagement, you should, whether in the classroom or beyond the walls or outside the four walls of the classroom, you should have a skill of engagement. And it's something that all teachers must learn. Engagement in terms of kids need to be carried along. Engagement in terms of you asking questions. Engagement in terms of, because it is that engagement that leads to an interactive class. You shouldn't be a type of a teacher who's going to be the one to explain everything. Kids need to be carried along. Kids need to be asked questions. They need to be asked questions at every point in time. They need to be asked questions. It is not a time for you to show your academic prowess, or it's not a time for you to show that you got a first class degree. No, it's about you striking a meaningful conversation. It's about you striking a conversation in such a way that is going to be engaging. It's about you striking a class teaching in such a way that is going to be engaging, and in the long run, kids are learning. And that is just it. And so, what are some of these how can you also infuse technology into interaction? You can do that. There's so many quizzes that you can do, that you can make use of. There are a lot of quizzes. Wayground is there, Lookit is there, so many quizzes, Kahoots, so many quizzes that you can do in such a way that when you do that, kids are learning. You are custom, you know, you are customizing their own learning, and when in doing that, you're making learning fun and you're evaluating them. And that's just it. Sometimes we can also infuse gamified approach into this aspect. Yes, I know that one of the barriers or one of the challenge that a teacher might be facing is in the terms of, oh, some of these tools that we've talked about, some of these tools that I want to use. I have a lot of tools that I want to use for the kids, and then light. My school does not turn on generator. My school doesn't give light. Light is always a challenge. Light is always a barrier. Yes, light sometimes can be a barrier to some of those things in the classroom. Light sometimes can be a barrier to we integrating technology in what we do in the classroom. And so you just have to strike a balance. You just have to find a way. what happens to those periods when there is light? What happens to those periods when they turn on the generator, even if it's just for an hour? Are there not meaningful things that kids can do within that period? Are there not meaningful things that kids can learn? Are there not meaningful things that kids can do within that period of 1 hour or 2 hours when the lights will be on? A few years back, some of these things I used to infuse some of these things, some of these gamified approach in the classroom. And so now I realized that kids normally have coding class every Tuesday. And so what did I do? I wouldn't have told them because I needed an approval from my HOS. I needed an approval from my HOS in terms of kids and bringing in their devices to school. And so I just felt instead of me going through all the stress of writing of seeking the HOS consent in terms of kids bringing, because of course sometimes some of these gadgets too, a teacher can be liable for it if they are lost or if they are damaged, if they are not well handled. You can be queried for it. A teacher can be queried for it. You can be held responsible for it. So, what did I do? How was I able to solve that issue? I discovered that every Tuesday, kids normally do coding. And then in my school, then where I was, Tuesdays, kids bring in their tab, kids bring in their devices. And so, because of the fact that they do their coding in the morning, they're coding in the morning. And then for that day, for that Tuesday alone, I utilize that moment. I utilize that moment in ensuring that kids make use of their devices. And so, what will I do? I'm going to set interactive quizzes. I'll teach in the classroom, do interactive quizzes, give kids login codes, give kids, and then we just take a look at that. Sometimes in science, when I teach in science, what I would just do, I'll bring in about like a form of simulation. There are so many websites that you can even use to for simulation. Electricity. There was a time when I used to when I teach electricity, I used to tell kids to bring in their the batteries. I used to tell kids to bring in wire and so many other things. But now with technology, it solved that problem for me. All I just needed to do was to just go to the website, use battery, get wires, join them together, and then it produced lights. And so I was able to solve that issue. So I made use of that moment where kids were bringing in their devices on Tuesday for their coding. I used that moment, I seized that moment in such a way that I was infusing technology. I was doing that. Sometimes too, because of the school that I taught in then, they used to have an interactive board. So I don't even write on the board any longer. I just put in my words, put in my content notes, put it in the form of a PowerPoint slide or PowerPoint and presentation. Then I just project it. So when I just project, kids write directly from the board. Kids write directly from the board. Instead of me writing, I have to write smart, write English, write vocational aptitude, write science, write this, write that, write a lot of things on the board where in such a way that kids copy. And at the end of the day, you get exhausted. And at the end of the day, you're still going to mark. Sometimes schools may not even give you assistant teacher. I've worked in an organization where I've taught 25. I taught 25. In fact, the boys then were 17. 17 but I can never forget that year. 17 boys, 8 girls. Oh my goodness. Eh, I I I I saw Shege that session. 17 boys and 8 girls. Oh, at a point, you needed to see the way I was always exhausted all the time. And so the workload is just too much. It's too much. And you'll be the one to write this. You write science, you write English, you write this one, you write that. And at the end of the day, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, you're exhausted for the day. You're tired. And then you still go for home lessons. You come back at night, you wake up again, the cycle continues, it goes on and on and on and on and on and on. And so I'm saying that by the time we infuse technology in what we do, the kind of ease that it brings, I'm telling you, it just brings ease in such a way that you yourself, you'll be amazed. You'll be amazed with the kind of ease that you're going to be getting. And so here, how can we ensure that we make use of these things in such a way that it's appealing, in such a way that our materials, it's appealing. And another thing again, for 21st century teacher, 21st century teachers are those ones that take their designs, are those ones. In fact, we have a lot of platforms now as a teacher. We have a lot of platforms for teachers now, where in such a way that all you just need to do, just go to Canva, go and design worksheets or design materials, and then you can sell them and put them on Safe Teacher, sell them on some of those platforms, put them together as a form of ebook, put them together as a form of a course, and then you sell. When you sell, you make money. That is it. You diversify. As a teacher, we are meant to diversify. Diversification is very important because the salary can never be enough. And that is the truth. Salary can never be enough. Even though you are earning 200,000 naira, it will still not be enough for you because the higher the salary is, the more the bukata. And that's just it. So find a way to ensure that you learn designs, design your worksheets, design your materials, design your presentations in such a way that it is appealing. Go to Canva, learn Canva. Go to YouTube. You can learn some of these things on YouTube. You can learn some of these things online. Go there and learn how to design. Go there and learn how to it's sometimes you see teachers cannot even make PowerPoint slides or PowerPoint presentations. When we have a lot of AIs now, a lot of AI tools now, that within 10 minutes, all you just needed to do, type in what you want to say, type in some of the things that should be important in your presentation, and then lock it in. Within 1 minute, you'd see a kind of a design that is going to do for you. And so it has, the advent of artificial intelligence and technology, the ease that it brings to the teaching profession now, it's so much, in fact, so easy and so good. And that's just it. So we just have to find a way in such a way, you just have to find a way that some of our designs, and of course, when you are doing your designs, it has to be a kind of a visually engaging material that captures the children's attention. That's to capture their attention. That's to capture their attention. It has to be a design that captures the kids' attention. The attention needs to be captured. And that's just it. And so, with all of those things, you see that designing all of this with your design as a 21st century teacher, have the skill of designing, because it will go a long way for you. You will need it. You will need it. Even by the time when you deviate, when you go into online tutoring, at first, before you need a graphic designer, you be the one to be designing. You be the one to be designing your flyers. You be the one to be designing your things yourself. And so, if you don't know, if you don't have the experience, or you don't know how to make use of Canva to design, please go and learn. Go to YouTube and learn it, because you need it. You really need it. I'm telling you, you will really need the skill of designing. You can cash out with it. You can make so much with it. And that is just it. So now, another thing we can also make use of as a 21st century teacher is that, a lot of us are not even a lot of us are not even utilizing YouTube as how we ought to. I'm telling you, we're not using it as how we ought to. Because I can remember back then, when I have a kind of a challenge, or I don't know how to break down topics, I don't know how to go about a topic, all I just needed to do was to just go to YouTube and just search how to teach how to do this, how to break this down, how to do this in such a way that kids will learn. You see so many topics on YouTube. You see so many topics on YouTube. I'm telling you, a lot of them, a lot of them, a lot of them. I'm going to be grateful to YouTube today, because it was YouTube that I learned how to make smoky jollof rice. I used to hear smoky jollof rice, smoky jollof rice, smoky jollof rice. It was from YouTube that I learned how to do smoky jollof rice. So I just went there, took a look at it, and then learned how to do smoky jollof rice and fried rice. I saw the ingredients, I saw some of those material. I also put them, I went to the market, bought them, put them into practice. YouTube, there are so many things that you can learn there. So many things, a lot. As a 21st century teacher, as a tech-savvy educator, you have to infuse YouTube. If you go to Gracie's Corner, if you are a teacher in early years, Gracie's Corner on YouTube, oh my goodness, it's so good for the kids in the classroom. There are a lot of brain teasers. There are a lot of things that you can check out on YouTube in such a way that brain taxing stuff that kids can that you can infuse in your classroom, that you can put it in your classroom. I'm telling you, I could remember when I was teaching pollination in the class. I just how c- how would I be explaining pollination as a process where the anther moves away, crosses to the stigma, and then I needed to explain cross pollination. I needed to explain self pollination. How will I just do that with my mouth? What did I do? I went to YouTube and check pollination. I went to YouTube and check cross pollination and self pollination. And then kids were able to see videos and tell you what kids are moved by what they see. What they see, it stays longer in them. What they see, the retentive, it retains. They retain what they see. And that is just it. So YouTube should be your friend. YouTube should be your friend. That is how you expand your horizons. That is how you create your own channel to develop your own content. That is how you can even create a channel in such a way that you develop content. You can even do you can teachers are cashing out on this platform on YouTube. I tell you, have a number of subscribers and then you're making it. You're making it little by little, little by little. So it has a vast video library for supplementary lessons that you can even create on your own. You can even model things that you can even model. You can model a lesson on your or of your own. And that is just it. So you can expand your horizon on YouTube and then on your social media. I tell you, if you're a teacher here, you've not been utilizing social media as how you ought to. Hey, you're missing. Oh, yes, I know sometimes it's a whole lot when you hear I'm camera shy, I don't know what to post. I don't know what to do. I don't know this. I'm camera shy. How will I just take a look at camera and then develop content? How will I take a look at camera? I don't know what to talk about. I don't know what to say. Hey, start from somewhere. Start from somewhere. Utilize social media. Utilize social media. I'm telling you, schools now are now asking for social media. The next thing you just see, what's your presence? Do you have a social media presence? Are you active on LinkedIn? What are you using your social media for? What are you using your social media for? Are you active on LinkedIn? Are you active on Instagram? Or which kind of niche of social media do you want to take a look at? You see some, they're doing fine on LinkedIn and on Instagram. Some are not doing fine on Facebook. You see some, they're not just, it's not important. It's not necessary you'll be all rounder. If it is just one niche you want to take a look at, if it is Instagram you want to take a look at, if it is Facebook, or if it's LinkedIn that you want to take a look at, it's fine and okay. But ensure that you build a social media presence. Build a social media presence. Because with that, you're going to connect. You connect with friends. You connect with peers. I tell you, the last school that I worked for, an international school, I was able to do that. I was able to do that because of the fact that somebody saw what I was doing, what I was doing with social media. Somebody saw my presence on social media and just felt, oh, there's an opening in our school. So I don't know if you're interested. This and then I kicked into it. Although I didn't use up to two or I didn't use up to three sessions, but at least the kind of leverage that he gave me, that I knew somebody who was working there. I met that person on social media and then we connected and we became friends. We became workers, co-workers, we became colleagues. So you just have to build a social media presence. Very, very important. Build a social media presence. Nobody's saying you should break the bank. You should get a sophisticated camera, or you should go and buy ring lights. No, start from the little you have. Start from the little you have, and then utilize social media. Social media marketing. a whole lot when you understand the dynamics behind social media marketing. Oh my goodness. You see that so many people now, even stores, if you have thrifts, you have people who are selling online and they don't even have working stores and they are making their money. They are selling. They are selling to thousands of customers. They are selling to millions of customers. And they don't have working stores. Jumia does not have working store. They don't have working store, but they are selling. People are patronizing them. And that is just it. How? How have they been able to do that? Is because of the fact that they've developed social media presence. So they've developed social media presence, and that's why they've developed their social media presence. So it's important. You just have to develop a social media presence. Utilize social media very well. Don't use social media for frivolities. 21st century teacher, tech savvy teacher, you should build your presence on social media. That is where you connect with like minds. That is where you connect with teachers. You are eyeing a big school in your environment, or you are eyeing a big school in one particular region, in one particular place. You connect with people there on social media. There are a lot of people that we connect, you connect. We've never even seen each other, but we've built like a bond. We've built like a relationship as if we are brothers and sisters. And that is just it. So utilize social media well. Use social media well. Very important that you make use of social media well. Use social media. Don't use social media for frivolities or for gossip. Tap into it. And so another thing that you should know as a tech savvy tutor is the use of we have so many AI websites, AI assistant tools that can help you, that can simplify teaching for you. There are lots of them. There are lots of them that you can check out. Some of them prepare your lesson plans. Some of them prepare your lesson notes. Some of them generate questions for you. Some of them just Google and check. Google them and check. You will see so many of them. So many tools that you can use. ChatGPT is there. ChatGPT is there for you. You can check it out. Check it out. See what you need to do. Give it a prompt. Utilize it well, and then you'd see. You're going to see. You're going to see how the ease and how it simplifies your work for you. And that's just it. Now, how have we been also in terms of communication? How have we been communicating with our parents? How have we been carrying parents along in terms of communication? Through maybe WhatsApp, you know, it's an instant communication tool that actually facilitates and directs communication with parents, even with your colleagues. You communicate with them. How have you been able to make use of all of these things? These are things that 21st century teacher it entails. So how have you been using them for our own good? And why do we need to embrace technology in education? It's very important that 21st century teacher, you need to embrace technology. And what are some of those reasons? It gives you like a form of a global collaboration. The global collaboration that it gives you, you connect with educators and students worldwide. It opens doors for you in such a way that you have a lot of resources within your disposal. Go to Twinkle. If you don't have a Twinkle account here as a teacher, I'm telling you, you need to check that out. You need to check Twinkle. That's where you get your worksheets. That's where you get your materials from. When I was still in the class, I was using Twinkle very well to print worksheets, and you needed to see the quality of worksheets that I was printing out. I was giving those children. Check them out. It gives you, that is what technology does for you. It opens door in such a way that you have you connect with educators worldwide. You are here in Nigeria, and then on your friend list or your contact list, you have teachers who are also your colleagues in the US or in the UK, and they are doing the same, they are thriving. You can ask them from, you can reach out to them and then ask one or two things from them. Oh, how do you do this? How do I go about this, and that? And that is what technology does for you in education. The engagement it brings. They respond positively to interact. It makes you efficient. It makes you efficient. Within sharp, you submitted them questions. Within some couple of moments or couple of hours, you've met deadline. They'll tell you deadline. So deadline is so. Submission is this on blah blah blah. Go there. Go to use technology and Do them. Sharp, sharp. You are done. Brings about future ready learners, learners that are ready, and equips them with the essential digital literacy skills that is, that makes them to thrive, and that is just it. So that is what technology does for you. And so what are some of the key takeaways that we can see here? Technology isn't just about knowing the tools, it is about using them. It's not about knowing the tools, it's about using them, it's about integrating them in what we do, and that is just it. You might be here and you are thinking, how do I go about this thing? Start small. Start small. If you are interested, pick one or two tools that you are interested in and begin experimenting them in your classroom. Experiment them in your classroom. There was a time when I heard about quizzes. Then I used to give worksheets, I used to give assignments, I give textbook, I write in their communication book, assignments, mathematics textbook, quantitative reasoning, page 1 to 3. Later on, I changed the scope. At least once in a week, no textbook, no homework. It was just quizzes of 4 different types. I would have developed quizzes of 4 different types and I would have given those children, experiment it, try it, just try it. You never can tell. Try it out. Just try it, and you will see. Just experiment it in your classroom. So start small, pick one or two tools that you're interested in and use it. Use it in the classroom. Integrate them gradually, little by little by little. Integrate them little by little. So you shouldn't feel pressured to implement everything at once. No, because it may be stressful, it may be cumbersome when you introduce everything at once. Start it small by little by little. Project. If I've not been projecting, you have a projector. Go to your ICT room. Go and tell them, let them give you projector. Project, project, project your topic, project your material. Show them. You are teaching science. Show it to them. This is liver. This is excretory organs. This is this. Show it. Let them see. Kids are moved by what they see. Integrate them little by little, little by little. Explore and learn. Utilize some of those things. Explore them. Learn them. Deepen your understanding on some of those things. Share and collaborate. Discuss your experiences with your colleagues. Learn from each other. Talk to somebody. Oh, I need this to this and that. Talk to them. And I tell you, let's remember that being tech savvy is about adapting to change. It's about embracing innovation and it's about inspiring others to reach their full potential. So, as a teacher, your goal is to ensure that kids reach their full potential. And I pray and I hope that as we do all of these things, the good Lord will help us all. In Jesus' mighty name. Amen. Holy Ghost fire. Thank you,
That Holy
Jesus.
Ghost fire is needed. Thank you so much, sir. Amen, amen, amen. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much, sir, for that wonderful session. Like, please let's say thank you to Mr. George. I can't even see his chats. Like, show your love, your support, your flowers. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you so much, sir. We really appreciate you. I know that some teachers will come for me because they were writing in the registration link that online teaching, online teaching, online teaching because they saw Mr. George on the fire, and I don't know, maybe I gave them a laugh. But no, but I just had him in mind to teach us on AI and tech tools. Yes. So if you have any questions, thank you, thank you, thank you so much. We love you, Mr. George. Thank you so much for coming on board. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, we plan to close by 4, but I'm going to ask 2 questions, sir. So some people asked questions from the registration link, and one person said that do you think that AI has reduced the depth of thinking in both educators and students? And the second question is, can I still be tech savvy if my school prefers traditional methods? So I would love you to answer those 2 questions before we round up. The
Okay,
first question,
yes.
yeah.
Yes, you can be tech savvy. You can be tech savvy. I could remember I've taught in a school where they don't have a projector. I've taught in a school where um they didn't not even interactive board in the classroom. And yet with my laptop, I was showing kids. With my laptop, I was showing them, okay, this is what it looks like. But it's just that there's a limit to what we can do. So you can still be tech savvy. It's just that you just update yourself and equip yourself with all of those things. And that's just it. So by the time you update yourself and then you equip yourself better, you just package yourself and boom, you move away. You go to another place that you can use all of those skills, because you will get to a point in time in your life where 20,000 naira or 30,000 naira will not be enough for you. You'll get to a point where 100,000 naira, you just look at me, 100,000. This is bullshit. What money is this? So you get to that point. So just keep equipping yourself, keep learning, keep learning, keep learning, keep learning. And that is just it. So learn and then shoot your shots in some of these schools, in some of these schools that you feel that okay, that when you get there, because there's something about you working in a standard organization, your orientation, it changes. And that is just it. So to the first question about AI, making AI, I think making AI lazy or making AI, I
That it has reduced the depth of our
okay.
thinking and
Oh yeah,
everything.
well, it's if you are lazy right from if you are lazy right from time, then AI will make you lazy also. And that's just it. If you are lazy right from time, AI will make you lazy too. So it has not really reduced depth of thinking. Well, it's just we have, if you want to, that's so that the way it just fine tunes your work, the way it fine tunes some of the things that you want to do, you need them. And so it's not it's about rebalancing the two. That's just what I would just say. It's about a balance, about striking a balance between the two.
Thank you so much. And someone is asking,
Yes.
please, can you tell us other engaging and colorful templates that can be used for presentations aside Canva?
Okay, presentations, you can use Gamma. You can use Gamma Hub, you can use Gamma, you can use SlideShare. There are so many of them. Just check them out on Google and then you see them.
Thank you so much, sir. God bless you. Thank you for coming on
Yes, ma'am.
board. Like it was a really, really wonderful
Yes, ma'am.
session. So we are rounding up already, and I want to thank everybody for coming on board. We're almost 60 participants today, and this is just day one. Like, thank you so much for joining. Then it does not end today. We have four speakers. Two people have spoken today. Two amazing speakers have spoken today. We have two tomorrow. So please join. If you take a test and the test, okay, if you take an exam and it's 100 marks, if you score 50, it's not good enough. It's not good enough. But let's say 75, 80, thereabout, then they are really doing well. So please come tomorrow and also invite other educators. Send the link to them. This same Zoom link you joined today is the same one you're going to join tomorrow. It's the same thing. So just join in by 2 p.m. tomorrow and we take it on a ride. Let me just give you a gist of what we are going to be talking about tomorrow. Okay, so we have two speakers. We're talking about branding. How can you brand yourself as teachers? How can you brand yourself as a teacher? Then the second speaker, we're talking about thriving beyond the classroom. Okay, you're like, oh, I don't want to. What happens next for me after the classroom? Because I remember one time, one man resigned from teaching after like he has spent like almost let's say 60 years or so, and he was like, doesn't even know what to do next. Yeah, so it's going to be talking about things to do outside the classroom, but you are still even in the education space. Yes, so it's going to be talking about that. It's going to be mind blowing. So please and please and please join us tomorrow. I want us to get to 100 tomorrow if you can do that. All right, so you can this meeting is saved on YouTube, so you can go to our YouTube page. We'll send the link to your mails. You can go on to check it and watch again and again and again. Thank you so much for coming. God bless you. And we have certificates. When you were registering, we said our certificate is 3,000 naira. So if you need a certificate, you've already indicated in the registration link. We'll send a message to you on WhatsApp to send the account number where you send your 3,000 naira to, so you can get your certificate. Your certificates are they are ready. It's just for you to give us the name you want on the certificate. But please come tomorrow because 50 over 100 is not good enough. I don't know if I'll give you a certificate if you only register for one. But please just try to. So how do I get access to the recording? It is already saved on YouTube. It's saved on YouTube. Go to Lajums Edu Hub on YouTube. You see the link there. You see it there, and it's saved already. Thank you so much. God bless you, everyone. Thank you for coming. All right. Thank you so much. You can leave now. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. We're giving airtime giveaway. Okay, we see after 6 people, 36 people. All right. So um I'm going to ask a question. So if I still here from what Mr. George says. So
No,
list
yeah, papa,
who is
papa,
who is disturbing
papa,
my
papa, si
okay.
hapo si atawakati lenu.
All right. So just give me two tech tools that we can use. The first people to send a message now. The first two people tell me two tech tools that would enhance our learning. Just two. You mentioned like almost 10, 20, many, many. Just give me two. Just two. The first two people to send a message. They are getting their data. AI and YouTube. Mm, give me specific. Wow, wow, wow. Let me check. Let me check. Woo! Let me go back. Everybody has even that AI. I'm not going to take AI and YouTube. AI is it has a lot of we have ChatGPT under AI, everything there. So somebody says this next person said ChatGPT. I will not give you the data because you only said one. I said two. So the first person I'm giving my data to is Akikumi. Okay, he talked about Google Meet, Google Classroom. All right. But then it's not, but okay, there are tech tools, there are apps that we can use to enhance our teaching, Google Meet, Google Classroom, then Canva and Gmind, yes, Kahoot and quizzes. So I'm going to give Akikumi, please note it down. I'm giving Akikumi, I'm giving Chidima, I'm giving this person I said Kahoot and quizzes. I don't know if I can't pronounce the name, I'm sorry, but I've noted it down. You are getting free airtime. So I'm going to be getting it even after this meeting. So thank you very much. And those people that joined very early, we've noted your names down already, just like the first 3 people that joined. I'm going to send you airtime. So tomorrow, please come early and get your airtime. So we're going to be giving you data stipend because we know that you spent a lot of data to even get to this point. Thank you so much. So Akikomi Chidima and the next person you are getting your data will reach out to you to get your WhatsApp number. Thank you so much. People are still sending me messages. Oh, hey, Gamma, Canva, Twinkle, Kahoot, Canva. Thank you, Currypod. Yes, Currypod. Oh, Twinkle. Thank you. Kahoot and quizzes. You said you would DM me. Don't worry. I'll give it to you. Don't worry. If I don't give you your data, disturb me, oh, because I might not get your number. So please, those 3 people that I've mentioned, please reach out to me. Thank you so much. You can leave the group now. Thank you so much for joining. Like you were really, really amazing today. Thank you. Bye bye. See you tomorrow, 2 p.m. It's going to be mind blowing. Please make sure you join tomorrow. Make sure you join tomorrow. It's going to be mind blowing. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Bye.
Oh,
Thank you.
papa.
Thank you. Thank you.